Yeah, that was somebody from a car. Somebody was in their car and they were like, "Are you Satan?" I didn't know how to answer that, so I was like, "Well, I'm the mother of every good Satan." I'm proud of it. And then I think somebody from out in the general public was trying to understand, what the hell I was doing. And I tried to explain that I was answering somebody's brain from a car that was stopped at the stoplight near me. And they were like, "Are you Satan?" And then they were wondering if Satan was the Antichrist of the one world government. That'll probably be the people of the United States that murdered an actual God and knew it. But I mean, I don't. But in human rationalization, the Antichrist is like the devil is the Antichrist of the one world government. And he will be able to mesmerize the world with magic tricks. So they wonder, if you know the number in our brain, maybe that's the magic trick. Then what would my queen be when every god or angel can answer? I don't know. But no, if the devil was possessing somebody, and bad enemy devils possess the United States and Dubai all the time. Bad enemy devils possess the United States and Dubai, and they get real excited about it. And they knew magic tricks, or they could make things that seemed like miracles. So the United States and Dubai, as they started murdering me and stealing the power of God, they asked enemy devils to possess them, to make them seem like whatever they wanted to seem like. And they would use stolen power of God and these enemy devils to do weird magic tricks and seem like they were God, so that I would seem like some dead nothing. And back then, I was being killed. I had not resurrected, and I really didn't want to say that I was anything. So I would never say I would never say anything but everybody's gonna pay for this one day, or why would you do this, or I didn't really spell out who or what I was all the time over and over or anything, because I wasn't resurrected, or I didn't feel there was a reason to say anything when I couldn't win ultimately yet. So the United States and Dubai ran around playing all kind of magic trick weird games to get the world to join into this one world government concept and reality, and to get every country around the world to worship them as if they were God, while I rotted dead in a corner. But it didn't work out the way they wanted, because everyone figured out I was a dead god pretty fast. And then everybody figured out that even though the United States and Dubai could kill me more than once, it still felt creepy. Like, you should be more afraid of what can die more than once than what can kill more than once. So it was like, even though they were trying to peddle this one world government devil enemy conspiracy thing, it was like deep down everybody knew the truth, that you're either picking bad things, or you feel bad for some girl that dies twice, and keep that kind of a focus. So pretty much everybody the United States and Dubai spoke to either wanted to join into this magic trick one world government thing and believe they were all God, or they just felt like it wasn't that good. It felt creepy and wrong. And it really felt like this girl who could die twice is what you should really be afraid of. Which was really good, smart stuff, because I never really said who or what I was very often. Or ever, I can't remember. I remember always saying, you guys are going to get what you deserve in the end. Why are you doing this? You should never hurt people. God's always going to make you pay for what you've done. But I tried to avoid saying who or what I was. Because if I wasn't resurrected, I didn't want someone to worship me like Jesse Arias and end up dead like at Jesse Arias' death. So I didn't want anyone to love or worship me and end up dead. So I really tried to focus and not really say too much about who or what I was until I was resurrected. And I could protect people and stuff, but a lot of people just didn't want to listen to the United States or Dubai say that they were God because, look, this stupid girl, nothing dies twice because we're God. Some people just got creeped out. Like, I don't know, I'd be more nervous about the girl in the corner there that you can kill twice. What is she? Boy, that wisdom, that's good wisdom. That was human wisdom. But yeah, some people every now and then say, well, you've got to be the Satan or the devil. Alrighty, but I don't know if the devil would know the number out of your brain every single time. Why? Because a devil enemy cannot know what you're thinking 24/7. A devil enemy has to get a demon or devil to sit in your brain and listen to your brain constantly. And then that demon or devil would have to listen to your brain and then travel over to that enemy devil and tell them what your brain is thinking. So devils that are enemies tend to do weird magic tricks that just make you feel like they're spiritually amazing or something, but it's like a magic trick. So when it's a devil enemy, it's not very accurate or over-explanatory. Or when it's a devil magic trick, it's like half truth or half amazing, but never the whole reality. When it's from a God and really true, it's pretty much true and obvious all the time. So see, an enemy devil has no power. They're an enemy, so God has taken away their power. God's gods don't like them because they're devil enemies and they don't have anything anymore except basic stupid evil power and stuff they steal and stuff like that. So when a god doesn't like a bad devil, they become like losers and scavengers trying to just steal any power of God or steal anything to seem like something. And they wouldn't be able to know what you're thinking ever unless they're inside of you, possessing you to know what you're thinking. So if a devil enemy wanted to act amazing and they're not possessing you, they wouldn't know what you're thinking constantly. And it would be too embarrassing to try to get a devil and demon to know what you're thinking and then travel all the way over and make you wait while the demon and devil that possessed you travel to the enemy devil and tell him what number it is. So a tall tale sign would be that I can tell you the number out of your brain right away. Like instantly. I can instantly just flip up the number that matches with your brain. That would be a tall tale sign that I'm connected to the reality of the power of good. The power of bad doesn't have power except whatever scavenger stealing they find. So they tend to have to just do these weird magic tricks. But it doesn't prove anything like perfectly definitively. They're just weird magic tricks to get what they want all the time. Or make people believe things. Like, you know how the devil will tell you that God is so evil. And then the devil will say, God is so evil. And then the devil will say, God is so evil. And then the devil will say, oh my gosh, that baby fell. God is so evil. And the devil's just putting God is so evil in your brain over and over and over. So you'll just blame God for shit. Because inevitably a lot of people will and do. So the devil, that's a bad devil, just learns to mess with your brain in a way that gets you to do what they want. Because at some point, when that baby keeps falling or something, and you're tired of dealing with the baby, picking the baby up, kind of grouchy because the baby keeps falling, you'll want to blame God that probably isn't even there. While the devil keeps making your baby fall down. And that's a devil or a demon or an evil god. That's bad. They just want to be mean and destructive and get you to hate. Because it's gross and disgusting. And that's what bad things like. A demon or devil or evil god that's bad, they want you to blame God, an angel, a good boy, when they're the ones doing it. So like when you're a bad devil, you just want to hurt someone and watch some innocent life suffer or get abused or pay for you as a devil hurting a baby. So if I was a bad devil hurting a baby, I'd want the perfect good mom to seem like she's some kind of child abuser or something, because it's gross. It's sickening and gross to make a really good mom look like a child abusing bad mom when I'm some bad devil hurting the baby, wanting to blame it on the mom. See, they're all twisted and gross and abusive and sickening. So like right there, I wouldn't really fit in. I'm not very twisted or sickening. So see, if you ever met an antichrist, antichrists predominantly love to be possessed by bad devils and bad demons. Not always bad evil gods, because they're really powerful and scary, but always pretty much devils and demons. If you ever met an antichrist possessed by evil, they would be possessed by evil and tend to say things that seem cool and amazing, but if you listen, are kind of twisted and perverse and creepy. But you have to really be listening, because they're good at magic tricks. They're good at messing with your mind. And they're good at getting you to do bad things where you don't completely realize that's what they're getting you to do, unless you really think about it. Like, oh, it's just a joke about child abuse. You're so sensitive. And then after a while, I'm just being really, really twisted about child abuse. You're just sensitive. No, when you grow up watching Tom and Jerry kill each other, it does do massive, very real things to your psyche that do affect your thinking and your existence. And when you are spoken to by an antichrist possessed by a bad devil, all that weird, warped, twisted talking, it does warp your psyche and your thinking. And then, see, they would keep going and get more twisted and more twisted until one day you want to, like, kick your relative spiritually in the gut and then act gross or mean while your relative's getting kicked in the gut, being all falling apart in pain. You'd want to be like twisted or evil or mean about it. Act like you're not doing it. Act like it wasn't your fault and stuff. And that's an antichrist. Or a reptilian. Have you ever heard about people possessed by reptilians? That's all it is. They're like Hitler on steroids. They're syrupy, weirdly, like, they're like syrup sweet, but weirdly twisted. They're like full of magic tricks and magnetic personality type stuff, but different. They seem syrupy sweet and talk and act weird, But after a while, they'll get you to be as creepy as they are. Until you almost don't realize how you just hung out with them until you become kind of weird. Until it stands out that you're becoming that weird. Well, I hope that helped.